अनंत संसार समुद्रतारा नौकायिताभ्यां गुरुभक्तिदाभ्यां वैराग्य साम्राज्यद पूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्री गुरुपादुकाभ्यां। कवित्ववाराशिनिशाकराभ्यां दौर्भाग्यदावाम्बुदमालिकाभ्यां दूरीकृतानम्रविपत्तिताभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्।
नताययोः श्रीपतितां समीयुः कदाचिदप्याशो दरिद्रवर्या मूकाश्च वाचस्पतितां गीताभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्।
नालीकनिकाशपदाहृताभ्यां नानाविमोहादिनिवारिकाभ्यां नमज्जनाभीष्टततिप्रदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। नृपालिमौली व्रजरत्नकान्ति सरिद्विराजन् झषकन्यकाभ्यां नृपत्वदाभ्यां नतलोकपङ्क्ते नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। पापान्धकारार्कपरम्पराभ्यां तापत्रयाहीन्द्रखगेश्वराभ्यां जाड्याब्धिसंशोषणवाडवाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। समाधिषट्कप्रदवैभवाभ्यां समाधिदानव्रतदीक्षिताभ्यां मुक्तेः हेतुश्च स्थिरभक्तिदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्।
स्वार्चापराणामखिलेष्टदाभ्यां स्वाहा सहायाक्षधुरन्धराभ्यां स्वान्ताच्च भावप्रदपूजनाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्। कामादिसर्पव्रजगारुडाभ्यां विवेकवैराग्यनिधिप्रदाभ्यां बोधप्रदाभ्यां द्रुतमोक्षदाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्यां नमो नमः श्रीगुरुपादुकाभ्याम्।
There was no one to know who I am. Till I created this world at my pleasure with one word. Immediately mountains rose up. Immediately rivers started running. Earth below and sky over its head. Oceans, seas, lands and watersheds. Sun, moon and desert sand sprang up from nowhere to prove my existence. Came all forms of human beings, mankind, beasts and birds flying, speaking, hearing, and all powers were bestowed upon them under my orders. The first place was granted to mankind, and my knowledge was placed in his mind. Come one, come all, let us not be ungrateful called. Let us faithfully serve Sai, him, and love him, love him, love him.
Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Mere Sai Ram. Sai Ram, Sai Shyam, Mere Sai Ram. Mere Sai, Mere Baba, मेरे प्राणनाथ राम। साई राम, साई श्याम, मेरे साई राम। तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं, मुझे शांति दो भगवान, मुझे शांति दो भगवान। मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्। गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामभित्रयवतु। गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ओम्।
जातवेदसे सुनवामसो ममराति यतो निदहाति वेदः। स नः परिषदति दुर्गाणि विश्वा नावेव सिन्धुम् दुरितात्यग्निः। तामग्निवर्णाम् तपसा ज्वलन्तीम् वैरोचनीम् कर्मफलेषु जुष्टाम्। दुर्गाम् देवीम् शरणमहम् प्रपद्ये सुतरसि तरसे नमः। अग्ने त्वम् पारयानव्यो अस्मान् स्वस्तिभिरति दुर्गाणि विश्वा। पूश्च पृथ्वे बहुलान उर्वे भवातोकायतनयाय संयोः। विश्वानि नो दुर्गः जातवेदः सिन्धुम् ननावादुरितादिवर्षे। अग्ने अत्रिवन्मनसा गृणानो स्माकम् बोध्यविदा तनूना। प्रतनाजितगुम् सावानमुग्रमग्निगुम् भुवेम परमा सदस्तात्। स नः परिषदति दुर्गाणि विश्वाक्षामध्येवो अधिदुरितात्यग्निः। प्रत्नोषि कमेड्यो अध्वरेषु सनाच्च होतानव्यस्य शत्से। स्वाञ्चाग्ने तनुवम् विप्रयस्वास्मभ्यम् च सौभगमायजस्व। गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तम् तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम। नाकस्य पृष्ठमपि संवसानो वैष्णवीम् लोकमिहमादयन्ता। कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गे प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्।
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
एक ओंकार सतनाम करता पुरख निर्भय निर्वैर अकाल मूरत अजूनी सैभं गुरु प्रसाद जप आद सच जुगाद सच है भी सच नानक होसी भी सच।
नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्सा। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। बिस्मिल्लाह अर्रहमान अर्रहीम। बिस्मिल्लाह अर्रहमान अर्रहीम। बिस्मिल्लाह अर्रहमान अर्रहीम। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह। ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह अल्लाह अल्लाह।
O Lord, take my love and let it flow in fullness of devotion to Thee. O Lord, take my hands and let them work incessantly for Thee. O Lord, take my soul and let it be merged in one with Thee. O Lord, take my mind and thoughts and let them be in tune with Thee. O Lord, take my everything and let me be an instrument to work.
गणनाथा गणनाथा
शरणं गुरुदेवा
माता रानी तेरी शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह अकबर, शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह अकबर, शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह अकबर, शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
गुरु नानक भी तुम हो।
नानक भी तुम हो।
गुरु नानक भी तुम हो।
गुरु नानक भी तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु 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 तुम हो।
साई अल्लाह अकबर 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 तुम हो।
अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर।
अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर।
यीशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह अकबर, शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु अल्लाह अकबर, शिरडी साई पति साई तुम हो।
गुरु नानक भी तुम हो।
नानक भी तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
सौराष्ट्र महावीर तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु तुम हो।
यीशु पिता प्रभु तुम हो।
साई अल्लाह अकबर 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 तुम हो।
अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर।
अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर अल्लाह अकबर।
ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह मुहम्मदुर रसूलल्लाह।
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 अल्लाहु अकबर
अल्लाहु अकबर अल्लाहु अकबर।
Sai Ram, brothers and sisters, respected elders. Today, we're going to have our Hindu Ma share with us how she came to Swami and some of her experiences. And I would like to express my gratitude to Hindu Ma for doing this. It's one of our How We Came to Swami projects. And so over to you, Indu, if you like to begin however you wish to.
Thank you, Radhika, Sai Ram. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. My humble pranam to Swami. Thank you for guiding. Please come and guide me. What work you have given to me, I can do proper way you like it. Hi Ram to everyone. I haven't seen you, all of you, so long time, but I hope everything is all right with you all. Hope our Swami do something and we start together again. Now I start to go on the how I met Swami as Krishna and Anil has asked me to say about it. I never thought I'm going to see Swami, never in my dream also. But suddenly, I don't know how it's happened. My husband was suffering with the kidney problem. And he was suffering very bad and he was waiting for the transplant. On Raksha Bandhan day, her sister, you all know about Raksha Bandhan, maybe you don't know, there's a day, a special day. It's a brothers and sister day, and on that day, wish good health and everything to his brother. So my elder sister-in-law wrote a letter to him with the thread, holy thread, that you can start to read the Gita chapter of every day start read the Gita. And then my husband was humble, very kind, very good person, help everyone. But he wasn't praying every day, although because of the kidney problem, he was retired, and he was at home. I used to go to work. So on that day, I politely asked him, why don't your sister is telling you today about Gita, to read Gita, why don't you start? And suddenly he realized second day he started to read his Gita. And Gita, whenever you read Gita, you have to read Mahatma, there's an explanation. I don't know whether if you don't know, then I will explain it. It's in the front of it, says Mahatma, and she told to read with it, then it gives more, it's good for that, good. So he started, and he was reading, and miracle has happened in week time. He was waiting for the kidney transplant, and we don't know when he's going to get, and he got it in a week time. Suddenly phone rang, and he went in half an hour, he went for the kidney. After that, we had 8 to 9 years, very good time, together, otherwise he was suffering, we couldn't go out, nothing, there wasn't a family life at all, So he survived 9 years with a good life. Then he passed away, He passed away, I was miserable and everything. But from that day, when he left his body, he left, his soul, I started to carry on his Gita every day without missing. And I'm still doing now nearly 30 years without missing Gita. So was a Diwali. This was, the Gita and everything is done in 1982. He passed away in 1990 of October, 31st October. Again, after I was reading the Gita and it was a Diwali time, I read my Gita chapter of 11 on Diwali time. It was 11th chapter of the Gita, and in the Gita 11th chapter in Gita, Arjuna said, "My humble pranam to all over the place. If you read it, you will see it." And on that day, after finishing my prayer, and I was going to go to Croydon, to finish my prayer. Maybe on that, my prayers on that day went to put Prashanti. So, then I went to go to pick up the train. And on that day, when I went, it was a little bit earlier, so I sat next to one lady. She was sitting. She was a foreign lady, and she was very fond of Hindu religious, like Christian. She was about that time 72, 73 age. Her name was Arlene Betty. Even Radhika has already met her, So she was sitting, and I saw like Radhika wears sometimes Indian things, and I saw she was wearing, and I started to talk with her. We were sitting next to each other. She had a Swami's book in her hand, and I said, "Do you go often in India?" I asked her. She said, "Yeah, my guru is there," and she saw the Swami's book. Then we were together. We were traveling 1 hour together in the same train. We sat, it's strange lady, but we become a very friend, like I know in ages to her. And she asked me to go her house. She was living in Horsham also, about 10-15 minutes in my car, by car. So she asked me to go her house. Says, "Why don't you come? I'm going to start meeting, Sai meeting every month." She hasn't started, but she was going to. And says, "Why don't you join every once a month, 1 hour?" I went. I was miserable, and I was depressed also, although I'm not recovered with me. And then I went. There were all 5-6 ladies and couple of men, and we meditated, but all foreign. No, I was the only, and they saw, one of the ladies saw I'm very, very, very depressed, and she said, "Can I give you healing powder?" Healing power, I asked, okay, I did Vibhuti, we had a nice meditation, very nice, I feel so happy. And at that time, I saw at the darshan of Baba, first time, in her house, big photo, but at that time, I didn't know I'm going to go to Prashanti. In a hour, again, it's October, Diwali time. This was in 1993. My husband passed away in 1990. This was after 3 years, 1993. And in 1994, she decided to go to Prashanti to celebrate on Baba's birthday. And I thought I better join them. I decided to join in a year time. I thought, if God is on the earth, if I'm getting a chance, I don't know whether I'll get the chance this time again in my life or not, but I don't join them. So I joined it. At that time, the plague was running in the India, people were dying, and we have to stay in a week. First week we have to stay in the room, but after there was I don't know any of it, there was a shade. We have to go stay in the shade with so many, nearly 20 ladies or 25 ladies, and my brother family was choking me, but I couldn't. I said no. Even if I pass, if I go and play, if I don't come, doesn't matter. They were not happy at all. But I want to see God. I want to go see Baba. And I went with with group, very well organized group. We were 53 of us. And then we went, all information. It was Emil Levy. Lots of people know him, Emil, his name was Emil Levy. This is about long time ago,
Yeah.
And we all went, and then he is well organized and told what will happen, what to do, what not to do. So we reached Prashanti. After second day, I don't remember, or third day, it was Diwali time. And he told you, keep your eyes open and the ears open. Anytime anything can be told, we were sitting in the group, but still, sometimes he keep all the time eyes, and if you hear something, if you call, if Swami call anything. So I heard somebody was saying, the Sevadal was saying, if anybody Hindu celebrating Diwali, please come forward, please come forward. And I was the only Hindu, with all foreign people. And I heard that, and I said, is it right? Am I right? Shall I get up and go? Because we split out a little bit with the group. We didn't get the chance to sit together. But with the confidence, I get up and I went to ask Sevadal, I'm hearing this, is that right? I'm celebrating Diwali, I'm a Hindu. Go, there is one place, go sit, Swami is coming. Swami was already entered and they don't like, they say, please sit. I couldn't believe there was all crowd queue it up. There was a seat in the front. There wasn't any seat, but one seat she found for me, sit here. And I sat. And on the same day, Swami came to me, I had a letter, I was shaking, but he came to me, stand up to nearby me, and with the shake, I gave my letter to him, and I go down. And that was my first darshan of Swami. I never, ever forget that day. Good job, I went. And after the same week, MES divided in 3 groups, 11, 12, something in 3 groups. And then Swami has called us in the first week, 11 of us. There were some of foreign lady, and then I got a chance to sit just in the interview room. It's a small interview room next to Swami. I was sitting, and then everybody has taken the book to sign up or something. I did. I had a guitar in my lap. And on those days, we allowed to take the certain thing, but now they stopped it. You can't take anything with you. But in those days, and Swami was asking me, give some, putting in because he don't say anything. And so I didn't realize what he's asking me. I didn't give silly thing, my guitar, otherwise he would have tried it. But still, the last moment when group was leaving, he gave us vibhuti, spoken to us as a group, some of photos and some of people have taken, he has signed it in the interview room. And then after everybody left it, I was last. I thought I keep last and I go down Swami's chair and his feet, Not he wasn't sitting there, but just the where he was sitting, I go down the stool, where he was sitting. And what Swami has did it, he switched off the light of interview, he was last, and that vibhuti basket, what he gave us, some of he has given miracle one come out from the end to end, and some of the vibhuti packets he gave us also. So he gave that basket in my hand, asking me to put in the window, on the window. So I was so lucky, I was last.
God of love, fill my
with your treasure. Let me share, let me care, let me love without measure. Father of love, let me be like you, kind and true forever. God of love, God of love, love me now and forever. God of light, God of light, hold my life in your keeping. Let me find peace of mind, guard me waking or sleeping. Father of light, guard me every day, all the way forever. God of light, God of light, lead me onwards forever. Father of light, guard me every day, all the way forever. God of light, God of light, lead me onwards forever.
మానవత్వం అనగా ఏమిటి? వాట్ డు యు మీన్ బై మానవత్వం? మానవత్వం అనగా మనసు మాట క్రియయు అన్ని ఒక్కటిగానే అతికియుంటా, మనసునందు ఒకటి మాటయు క్రియయును వేరు వేరు అయిన విలువలేదు. మాటయు క్రియయును మనసు వేరు వేరు అయిన విలువ ఏమి? మనస్సు, మాట, క్రియ మూడింటి యొక్క ఏకత్వమే మానవత్వం. మానవత్వం ఆర్ రియల్ హ్యూమన్ నేచర్ ఈజ్ వన్ విచ్ ఈస్ ద యూనిటీ ఆఫ్ థాట్, వర్డ్ అండ్ డీడ్. ఈ త్రిపుటి యొక్క ఏకత్వం చేత ఆచరించే సర్వ కర్మలు కూడాను ధర్మములే. ఎవరీ యాక్షన్ పర్ఫార్మ్డ్ ఆన్ ద బేసిస్ ఆఫ్ యూనిటీ ఆఫ్ దిస్ ట్రినిటీ, దట్ ఈస్ రియల్ ధర్మ. ఈ త్రికరణ శుద్ధితో చింతించేదంతా కూడాను శాంతియే. విత్ ప్యూరిటీ ఆఫ్ త్రీ కరణాస్, వాట్ ఎవర్ మ్యాన్ థింక్స్ అండ్ కాంటెంప్లేట్స్ ఈజ్ ఆల్సో ధర్మ. ఈ త్రికరణ శుద్ధితో నడిచేటి నడతలందరి కూడాను అహింసలే. All the actions and thoughts which are performed on the basis of this purity of these three karanas, ఈ త్రికరణ శుద్ధితో పలికే పలుకులన్నీ కూడాను సత్యములే. All the words uttered with the purity of three karanas is real truth. ఈ త్రికరణ శుద్ధి అనేటువంటి యొక్క దివ్యత్వమును కోల్పోయినటువంటి వాడు కేవలం ఆకార మానవుడే కాని సాకార మానవుడు కాదు. Any man who loses purity of these three karanas is only a man in form, but in essence he is not a man at all.
बुद्धतु स्कंद विनायक सविता पावक तू, सविता पावक तू. ब्रह्मवस्वतु यमवशक्ति तू, येसु पिता प्रभु तू. रुद्र विश्व तू, राम कृष्ण तू, रहीमताऊ तू, रहीमताऊ तू. वासुदेव गो विश्व हरि तू अद्वितीय तू अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव तू आत्मलिंग शिव तू आत्मलिंग शिव तू
आसतो मा सद्गमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमया।
ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक भक्त जना संरक्षक पते महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपदे स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपदे आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद बांधवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता गुरुदैवमु मर्यन्तयु नीवे स्वामी मर्यन्तयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयना ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वी साई महादेवा सत्य साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदुको मंदर गिरिधारी ओम जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण 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 ओम नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम सत्य नारायण नारायण ओम जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति शांति शांतिः समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थैष्टार्थमोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं निगमाश्रयामि। Sacred, holy and supreme is Baba's Vibhutim, pouring forth in sacred stream, displaying of Vibhutim. So auspicious is His might, it grants liberation. Baba's Vibhutim, His power protects me. Paramam Pavitram Baba Vibhutim Paramam Vichitram Leela Vibhutim Paramarthaishtarthamokshapradanam Baba Vibhutim Nigamashrayami. Baba Vibhutim Nigamashrayami. Baba Vibhutim Nigamashrayami. Mangalam Gurudevaya Mangalam Jnanadayine Mangalam Parthivasaya Mangalam Shri Sathya Saine Mangalam Shri Sathya Saine Mangalam Shri Sathya Saine. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Sairam, everyone. Morning. First of all, a big thank you to Induben for the sometimes emotional rendition of how she met Swami. But thank you, Induben, for doing that. I know it's quite tough, and we look forward to the next few sessions. I know Anil did about 90 minutes of recording with you, and I'm sure all of it will be really precious for us to listen to. So thank you for taking the time and being brave about it. Thank you. Next thing I want to say is congratulations to the SSC children who have got places at university. I'm sure you'll do well because SSC has given you the skills to be disciplined enough to put 100% into your work. So just as you've done well in school, I hope you'll do similarly at university and make your parents and all of us very proud. The next thing I want to say is thank you to all the people who gave up their Friday evening last week to volunteer for the Midnight Move. And you would have seen this letter from Tracy Jago at Willen Hospice, where she says, we have had so much feedback from participants that have said mile 4 was brilliant and every one of your marshals was so friendly. And I can tell you it's true because I was upstream of mile 4. Our guys were doing mile 4. I was upstream of mile 4 in mile 3 because the mile 3 team had not turned up, so they needed people up there. So I was up there, and I can tell you that when the walkers went past me and they reached mile 4, where Jwalit and Claire, Godfrey's daughter, were manning the first checkpoint, I suddenly heard woo and lots of clapping and everything. So I can imagine that everybody on mile 4, our wonderful marshals, did the same, such that Tracy had to write to us to say that she had such a lot of feedback, that our guys were brilliant, and every one of your marshals were so friendly. And many months ago, I told you that only 1/3 of people actually read email announcements that go out. So today, I'm actually going to read out the names of all the people who volunteered last Friday. So we have Godfrey, Claire, and Gertrude Mubiru, and Debbie Pasco, Ferdinand and Sheshni Rensburg and children, Biju and Madhu Mukund and children, Hemant and Vaishali Patil and children, Max and Vivek Bilush, Kishore and Vinay Raghupati, Sundara Rajan and his little boy Dave, Srivani and Badri Boina, Sushil and Trisha Sharma, Charita Kristasamy and Tom Litwin, Jwalit Tatikonda, Anand Kaipa, Anil Satram, Seelan Mudli. And we also had people from the Shirdi Sai group coming along with us, Venkat Krishnan, the Smiley One, Venkat Nuni, Jana Reddy, Purish Yenumulla. And finally, we had a bunch of volunteers from VW Financial Services. We had Nick and Yvonne, Lucy Sargent, Titus Akasanza, Ben Monroe, Craig Phillips, Gareth Charlson, Said Hussein. So a big thank you to all our people who turned up last Friday, our first face-to-face seva. And may we have many more. It was so nice to see everybody in the flesh again. Right, what other announcements? We have our Upanishads workshops coming up, 12th September. Please register, 15 weeks of intense religious knowledge. And finally, we still have places or opportunities for you to put in a grant application for interfaith work. Now, the Council of Faiths has got quite a lot of money, and we can give up to £2,000 for interfaith work. So think about a project, put in the bid, very straightforward application form. And I think that covers it. Anil, anything else to add, Anil? Or maybe you want to say something about the multi-faith, Anil, service, September?
Yeah, so multi-faith, the email exchange that we had with David Rennie, he said only 5 to 6 minutes a slot for each group. But he has kindly said, before the start of the event, we can actually, if you want to, sing a few more songs whilst people are coming in, settling in, and that also reduces the noise and all of that. People will start to settle in.
Right.
So I have mentioned it to Shivani, and I'll catch up with her again today.
Okay.
But I think in terms of, because of the holiday, right? We don't have many children to sing, but at least we have few, right? At least 5, 6, and then a minute or two we need to prepare one of the SSC children,
right,
to give a brief talk, which Seelan is looking into that.
Right.
I think Sister Christine may want to say a few words on Indumas.
Okay, yeah, Radhika, please go ahead.
Sairam, everyone. Yes, I just wanted to say another heartfelt thank you to Induma for doing this. There is more to come, as you know. We've split it up into different parts because there was so much to cover, and yeah, very, very grateful to her for doing this. And I, for one, totally enjoyed it. Took me back to when like her, I went to India with Amy Levy's group. That was the first experience for me. So yes, I hope you all enjoyed it and look forward to the next session. Thank you, Sairam.
Thank you, Radhika. Yeah, indeed, we were all like carried over, carried forward with it. I can just imagine things happening, and yeah, we look forward to the next installment in Duben. Right. So Sairam, everyone, have a good week, and we'll catch up next Sunday. So until then, take care. God bless. Sairam.